Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Capricorn for November 2022. Keep in mind it's a general message. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, this is personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and soles of your feet, my friends, so use that power to do wisely. For all my subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And guys, if you're new to this channel and this resonates, you like what you see, please hit subscribe, join the journey with me, and let me encounter your energy more often, and just join this journey with me. So what I want to also do before we get into the cards is call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Metatron, as well as any of your spirit guides or my spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective watching to join us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, but delivering messages that are for the highest good only, no second-rate messages here today. So first off, what I heard is speak your truth, and I was very, very guided to bring this beautiful piece of blue calcite. So for some of you, what I heard is there may be a lot of need for throat chakra healing right now. For some of us, this could be that there's a truth that's stuck. It's like a lump in our throat is what I heard. And in order to get that lump out, we need to communicate. So this could be a lot of different things. It could be a lot of different things that you need to communicate about. This could be also what I heard is all kind of incoming communication. But if that is incoming communication, before we get into this cards, because we have incoming communication, it is really asking you, what I heard is, first off, for some of it, not to take sides right away. This could also be trying to hear the other person out before we get defensive as well. As well as this could just be working on our communication skills. Okay, so however that resonates. But I have the Messages of Life Oracle by Mario Duque here, and let's get some spiritual advice going forward. Thank you. So these came out, and they're telling me to take the bottom of the deck, which is remain in the light, which is very important. No matter the darkness around us, we need to ensure that we're staying in the light. No matter what happens, I remain in the light without becoming discouraged or angry. I observe, I take time to think calmly and wisely, and I go forward with complete confidence, knowing that I will succeed. Through constantly nurturing my soul, I become a strong and solid being of light. And this is going to be really important. Not everything's going to work out in our favor all the time. We're going to experience maybe hard and stressful times. But this is Spirit asking you. We're kind of giving you that advice that even while we're going through these times, not to let that darkness settle in. It's going to be really important to remain in balance throughout this. So, what I also heard for this is within darkness there's light, and it's also what I heard was, especially if you live in like the northern hemisphere, days are getting a lot shorter. Like it's just after 5 here and it's pitch dark when it happens, right? It comes quickly. And throughout this time, a lot of people also experience like the seasonal kind of depression, because it is darker at night. We're kind of hibernating more, it's colder. So for some of you, as well as what I'm hearing is that reach out if you are experiencing that. You don't have to go at this alone, as well as to know that it's going to be really important to create our own light too. So we have here a bunch: application, self-love, stand tall and strong. Sorry about the glare, guys. Crossing into the light, return to the inner temple, the eyes of the heart, and truth. So I'm being guided right away, and I will go, the other ones we'll talk about, but there's a lot here. So in terms of crossing over into the light, it is going to be important that each stage of my life is a new bridge to cross on my journey to inner transformations. If I face a situation with anger or resistance, I will remain in place. It is only through dealing with each situation positively that I will grow and evolve. When I work with my inner light and practice the laws of universal love every day, I discover the true meaning of life. This does not mean that we may not still experience anger, that we may not feel discouraged sometimes. But again, it's, do we let it stay? Do we let it settle in? Or do we feel it, try to release it, and to move on? Because like it said, you can do this, but you're going to stay stuck. And there's something here where they want me to really read application. Something is about to change, and I feel like I heard you're crossing into the threshold of this change, but it's going to again be important that you remain in the light, you stay in a positive mind frame, even if things, what I heard is feel hopeless, is that you remain in hope, you remain in faith, and to know that truth here as well, that you follow the truth within your own world, that you're taking care of yourself, you're loving yourself as you are, and throughout this process, remaining in the light and choosing not to let that darkness settle in, my friends, that is self-love. What I heard is the words like self-hatred. Some of us that could be like a kind of a fallback for us. And this is going to be really important to reframe those thoughts. So if kind of negative thought patterns or belief systems or even, self-talk starts lingering in your mind, this is really important that you say, no, that is not true, and reframe it with maybe 3 really great things about yourself, okay? So instead of saying, I'm worthless, I'm not good at anything, I can't do anything, or I'm never going to find love, say, I'm lovable, I'm beautiful, I have value, I'm great at a lot of different things. And maybe if you struggle to say that, say one thing you're great at, because you can't be bad at everything, right? This is going to again be really important. It says, I become a strong and solid being of light, standing tall and strong. For some of you, this is definitely within your convictions, okay? That this is standing within your truth, and being guided here that says, I welcome the love of God, the power that will guide me towards my fullest and shining radiance. With this truth, it is found within yourself. It is found within your heart. So standing tall, living this moment in joy, allowing ourselves to realize what we can control and what is not in our control. And ask yourself, is it something that I can control? Is it something with my actions I can do to make this situation better or alleviate this stress or this depression or hunger? For example, they're saying hunger. So, don't let your blood sugar get so low that you're wandering around aimlessly knowing you need to eat but not able to make a decision kind of stuff. So this is things that we can change though. Some of us, maybe if we're thirsty, like I am right now, get a drink. There is the stuff within our power to do that's going to be really important for you. So here is application, and I feel like this is important. This is kind of like a culmination of the spiritual gifts you have, the spiritual talents you have, as well as the knowledge you've accumulated and all of these skills that you've developed. Is how do I apply it on my day-to-day basis? How do I apply it in my world on a day-to-day? The laws of universal love take root in my life. Everything learned during my spiritual quest must now be applied. The knowledge of the mind will be transformed into life knowledge. I radiate love at all times. I overcome my ego. I allow light to transform my heart, and my thoughts and I act in accordance with the will of God. So with this, the last one, this return to the inner temple, says, I stop destroying myself through negativity and worry. Today I rediscover my inner self in silence and calmly study the lessons life has provided. I cease to panic and no longer imagine the worst even before something happens. In harmony and light, I return to the inner temple to discover the richness of each step of my life. For some of you, I heard the words anxiety. I myself suffer from anxiety sometimes, and it's a bitch. But this is where we need to, for some of you, it could be anxiety, it could be lots of other things, right? But here's where this application. How can you calm yourself down? If you're having a panic attack, what do you need to do to get yourself right again? This could be taking in deep breaths and counting to 5 on your inhale, counting to 5 on your exhale. This could be, looking at sensory to get your mind off things, 5 things you can see, touch, smell. Really being aware of your surroundings, as well as this is being, what I heard is confident and aware in our own feelings, because sometimes I feel like, especially if you're open, and I heard if you're wide open, you're feeling other people's stuff potentially, and it's not yours, but it's coming at you like it is. And this can also be pretty scary depending on the situation. I just want to say as well, and this is not for everyone, but if you have loved ones, and I'm crossing into the light, if you have loved ones who are ill, if you have loved ones like your I feel like this is genetic is what they're telling me, like bloodlines, you carry that blood within yourself as well. And for some of you, there is a very strong connection to someone living here on this plane in this real world right now, that you may actually be picking up on some of their thoughts, their fears, their worries. And maybe this is also causing anxiety, because if we don't know where this is coming from, I want to give you guys an example, okay? And I realized I probably need to, there's some confirmation, I probably need to kind of filter out a little bit better, but I, on Monday, randomly, felt like I didn't want to be alone. I was worried about being alone, and I was like, what? Where is this coming from? Because it's not mine. And then there was a medical emergency with one of my neighbors on the weekend, and I saw a steady stream of cars and steady stream of people going to this person's house. And it clicked. They don't want to be alone. But I'm picking up on that. So I think it's also really important for you to know that this may not even be genetics, right? But this could be, if you're very open as well, someone around you, someone, again, they might not even know that you're picking this up, okay? So it's just going to be really important. What I heard is to be discerning in your thoughts. So I have the Lord of the Rings tarot with me, and we're going to get a little tarot wisdom here going forward. Now remember, guys, time is fluid. So I put November on it, but this situation or whatever it is could be something I heard that's happening for a couple months. Might be something that comes in a month. It's just whenever it resonates, I feel like you're going to know. So we have a few things. First off, we got the 6 of Rings, so 6 of Pentacles in reverse, the 2 of Rings, so the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. For some of you, I feel like that self-love and that self-care is actively making a choice. That something you may have felt was stable at one point has caused you heartbreak and has hurt you. And you're kind of somewhere in the middle going, okay, this could be commitments. So this could be a lot of different things. This could be family. This could be loved ones. This could also be our job or career or work, where I feel like what I heard is there might have been a situation where we've lost in the past. And we may have based a lot of different things on this situation. For some of you as well as when I heard the word canon, but not as in a shooting cannon. This is canon as in like a body of knowledge, okay? We may have had these views. We may have had this canon of knowledge, and all of a sudden we're like, but I don't resonate with that knowledge anymore. What they also said is a juggling act. So for some of you as well as what I heard is there may have been a lot of different commitments that you've had to juggle, right? Work and family life. This is very, very specific, okay? But I did hear the words prostitution. So for some of you, if that has been or had to be, something that you've had to do to survive. Spirit's like, do not hold that shame to you. Don't take the shame in that. They're chalking it up to learning experiences. But here's also where they're like, okay, if our situations change and we realize that something could be an occupation, right? Could be, again, they're using that example, I think, because it's something that in the time, it may be out of necessity, right? But then it's something that later on could really wreak havoc on us and break our heart or make us feel less than. This is also going to be really important. If that part resonated for you, what I heard is for some of you may want to seek counseling just to have an other person to talk to about it, because there's something here that I feel like it's like we're closed off. Don't want to discuss it. It's hurt us, and there is definitely a balance that needs to come. So when I was reading the Mario Duque cards and like the Remain in the Light came up, I kept seeing I was guided to wear opal and onyx today. Black and white, balance, the yin and the yang. So I feel like you're making these choices in your world to create a much more stable foundation for yourself. And this is going to be where we're seeing, the places where in the past something has not been stable. And we're not inviting those situations back just because they're comfortable. So I want to find out a little bit more of this Three of Swords, please. Tell me about the Three of Swords. What messages would you have regarding this? For some of you, it's not prostitution. It's something like family life. An old lover is what I heard. Like a past relationship that you may have gotten out of, and you're finding balance in your world now, and really seeing where, this has hurt you and kind of toyed with your head, messed with your emotions, and going, no. The opportunity may arise that comes back and you're like, it's not for me. We have here the Ten of Wands. Now it is in the reverse. I'm going to flip it over. But I do feel like some of you might be going through divorce is what I heard, because there's been a lot of hardship. There's been a lot of struggle, and it is not over. It being in the reverse. It could be something that you're holding on to. And this is why it's going to be really important to remain in the light, because if there's a lot of hardships and you feel darkness towards you, this again to me, it speaks of an ending that could be why this heartbreak energy is here. Tell me more about this Ten of Wands with the Three of Swords, please. Has to do with the Six of Rings. How does the Six of Rings play in? What I heard is it will reveal itself to you in time. But it's also what you hold precious. The Hierophant. So again, they're bringing me back to, could be marriage. Could be canon of understanding and knowledge. Notice the broken sword. So we have two people here too, playing the pipe, within balance, right? Playing peaceful, beautiful music. And this is a spiritual authority, but what I feel like as well here is that sometimes that sword's meant to be broken. Sometimes these thoughts or these thought processes or these understandings are meant to be shattered because they're illusions. What I heard is fear no illusions. Dwell in no illusions. There is something about forfeit among the deceptors, if that might resonate for you. You don't need to fight it out. If someone around you is being deceitful, untruthful, unbalanced, you do not need to engage. So this does to me speak of as well, like for some of you this could be partnership, this could be romantic partnership, a dissolution or a marriage relationship that is dissolved. But again, I keep feeling like this is like, could be divorce proceedings or something like that, where it's being drug out. So even though the relationship may be over, there's other more formal things. Now, this could have to do with money as well, because the Six of Rings here with this 2, it could have to do with money. What about this Hierophant, please? Thank you. 2 of Swords. You need to decide which path you choose, the light or the dark. Do you show the mask, or you drop that veil? I'm going to get you a message from the book, because I think that this cute little book is really important, and I'm learning these cards a little bit. So I'm going to go with the 2 of Swords and see what it has to say, because these are also very, very interesting messages. So the 2 of Swords. You are faced with a decision that stands on the edge of a knife, but as Gadriel said, hope remains when the company is true. Before you choose a path, ask for advice, seek out experts, and research your opinion fully. Trust others to help guide you before you commit. This could also be, like if it's a legal situation, this is a lawyer kind of discussing with them. This could be, let's get the back, or the reversed. It's the job that never started that takes the longest to finish. And no matter how much you try to put it off, a decision must be made. The reverse 2 of Swords indicates you're struggling between 2 choices and maybe trying to avoid the inevitable. When in doubt, listen to your intuition. You won't be led astray. As well as that's the listen to your heart, accept the truth within you. Whatever decision you're having or you're going through right now, my advice would be to question what would bring me the most balance. What would make me feel the best? So imagine, if you're having trouble with this, imagine yourself choosing both of them. Choose one. Say, again, with this 2 of Pentacles, this could be jobs, right? This could be schools, if we're thinking about going back to school. Let's say these are schools, just for example. Could be people, right? Imagine that this is one of the schools you've wanted to get into, and this is another one. Imagine in your heart you pick this one. How does it feel? Where in your body does it feel? Is your stomach clenching? Might not be for you. Imagine yourself picking this one. How's it feel? Feel lighter? I know myself, this was the ring to me, that whatever it was I picked, my stomach felt a whole lot better. This one hurt my heart. Was there something that hurt your heart? Was there something that gave you a headache? Was there something that immediately said no? Because your body, it has the answers as well. So it's going to be important here to make your decisions with mental clarity, to take off the mask. If you have been hiding behind illusion, it's time to remove that, because like one of the cards in the beginning said, that it'll just keep you stuck. So the bottom of the deck is the Tower in reverse. What I heard is some of us may be a little bit resistant to change, and this is again because we're stalling on some sort of situation. I think it also has to do, they keep showing me this broken sword. We want to make peace, right? But what has happened to break this sword? This could be our mental thoughts. This could be communication as well, like I said at the beginning. So we have here Serpus Bay Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Absolutely. Whatever the situation is going to ask you to stand strong in your spiritual truth, stand strong in your personal integrity, and to stay in the light. Oh, there's a lot. So the cards I also have here, and this is the Work Your Light Oracle, is hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts, my friends. Odin with psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. Master Buddha with increased awareness. Deep connection. Trust your inner sense. And this comes a lot like to when I said, when we have to make a choice. In your mind, make those choices and see how it feels. And then take heed. Your body, your mind, they know what they're doing. We have here Almoira with awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And you also have the Miriam. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all, and remember that love has no boundaries. This is the yin and yang together. These are twin souls in one. And I think that this is where it's really important, where if there's a situation you're really struggling with or struggling to provide forgiveness, give it to yourself. Give the forgiveness for yourself. Forgive them. It doesn't mean you have to be around them or anything like that, but it's so that you can stay in the light. And my friends, keep hope for brighter days, because it's the same thing as I said earlier, just to stay in that faith. So I have the Sacred Self-Care Oracle just as I leave you to see what messages Spirit has for you throughout this. And the two that flew is hydrate and energy work. Absolutely important, right? To keep hydrated, drink your water, make sure that your body and your cells are functioning at full blast. And it may be really important for you to do some meditation. This could be Reiki. This could be wearing certain colors. Again, I'm drawn to this blue at her throat. And it may also be kind of important to just kind of do like a self-body scan and see, is there any areas that felt different to me? This could also be, you go on YouTube or listening to music that is going to help activate your soul, bring some joy, and bring a little bit more balance to your worlds. So this is the message I have. I hope that it resonated. I love you all, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.